name's Ben Williams, and I live in Bluffdale, Utah, which is about 20 minutes south of Salt Lake City, right across the freeway from Draper Temple. And I've been living here with my wife and our 3 boys here for about the last 2 years. I'm really excited to talk about leading LDS and kind of my introduction to it, because my story involves a time where I was out of the church for about 10 years. And there came a point when I decided it was time for me to come back and into activity in the church. I decided that if I was going to come back, there was going to be one real focus that I wanted to have as I came back. And that was going to be home teaching. And this was towards the end of 2016. I was listening to podcasts and leadership podcasts, and I just wondered, is there something that would be church related in terms of leadership? That probably just typed in LDS leadership and stumbled across an interview that I still remember that was with Adam Ellsworth, who was an Elders Quorum president. And I listened to this podcast with Kurt and Adam, and this episode was Adam was just talking about how he approached home teaching in his quorum and in his ward. And it was like this was exactly what I was needing and looking for. And I took pages and pages of notes, and I just thought, you know what, I got to keep listening to this. My Elders Quorum president reached out to me pretty shortly after I was going back to church, and he asked if he could come over to my house and get to know me and our family. And I said, no, you can't come to my house, but I'll meet you at the church, and you and I can chat. And so we met, and I was talking to him about this passion I was feeling for home teaching, even though I hadn't really even been doing it. And he said, will you teach our quorum a lesson about home teaching? And I said, nope, I won't. And he was like, okay, will you let me know when you're ready? And I said, I'm open to that. I'll let you know. His invitation made me feel like I could be a part. And even though I hadn't been involved, and that small invitation, it probably took a lot of courage on his part. I eventually said, Tyler, I'm ready to teach the class. That was kind of so instrumental for me, and really feeling like leading LDS provided me with content that helped me feel like, you know what, I want to take this back to my quorum. I want to take this to my bishop. I want to share this episode with my Relief Society president. And it just became this thing that was really fun for me to do. I wish that all of our leaders could really listen and be a part of the Leading LDS platform, Leading Saints platform now, right? The ability to hear from such accomplished people and people from all over the world with different experiences that live in different places with different demographics of their ward, and hearing what it is they're doing, best practices, and how I lead. And those are things that, for me, so often I'm just like, that's such a great idea. Why don't we do that? Why don't we have these discussions? Why don't we talk about that? At one point I decided, you know what, I'm ready to be a core leader. So I started out with $1 donation, and I thought I can start out with $1, you know? And I just would hope that if you are getting anything from Leading Saints, if it is making an impact for you, that you would be open to that. Because if all of us will do it, that will make a really big impact. It will allow Leading Saints to continue forward, continue growing, which is what I want, and hopefully you want, to continue to be a part of it as well.